Hey, how are you? I hope you all are doing fine. You're watching Absolute Cinema Reviews. I hope you all like it. This is my first review, so let's start. When Game of Thrones first aired in 2011, the TV world was not ready. Dragons, politics, betrayal, and a warning that winter is coming, while most of us were still sweating in summer. Today, let's revisit the beginning of it all, Season 1. A season full of shocking twists, unforgettable characters, and let's be honest, more family drama than an Indian soap opera. The season opens beyond the wall, where creepy ice zombies remind us, hey, there's a real threat out there. But of course, humans being humans, they ignore it and fight each other instead. Classic. We're introduced to the Honorable Starks of Winterfell. Ned Stark, a man so honest, he'd probably lose at poker in 30 seconds. His wife Catelyn, his kids Robb, Sansa, Arya, Bran, Rickon, and Jon Snow, the you-know-nothing guy. Life seems peaceful until King Robert arrives with an offer Ned can't refuse. Be the hand of the king. Basically, a promotion, but with a 99% chance of death. Meanwhile, across the sea, we meet Viserys and Daenerys Targaryen. Viserys is the kind of brother who makes you wish you were an only child, while Daenerys gets married off to Khal Drogo. Spoiler. She starts as a shy pawn but slowly turns into a queen that everyone fears. And, let's be real, the best dragon mom in history. In King's Landing, corruption runs wild. The Lannisters are basically the Kardashians of Westeros. Rich, powerful, and constantly making headlines for questionable family behavior. Jaime and Cersei hide a scandalous secret. Tyrion, on the other hand, hides behind his wit, his wine, and some of the sharpest lines in TV history. And poor Ned Stark? He walks into the snake pit armed only with honesty. Big mistake. Back at the Wall, Jon Snow joins the Night's Watch. It's less of an elite army and more like a rehab center for criminals, but hey, it builds character. He befriends Samwell Tarly, and their bromance is one of the purest things in the show. And then there's Bran Stark. One minute he's climbing towers, the next he's pushed off one by Jaime Lannister. Lesson learned. Don't climb where you shouldn't, especially if your neighbors are the Lannisters. Sean Bean as Ned Stark is legendary. His sense of honor is so strong, you almost want to yell at him. Ned, stop being so honest. This is Game of Thrones, not kindergarten. But that's what makes his downfall so heartbreaking. Peter Dinklage as Tyrion steals every scene. Funny, clever, always underestimated. He proves brains beat brawn, especially when you're only half the height of your enemies. Emilia Clarke as Daenerys starts as a timid girl but transforms beautifully. By the finale, when she walks out of the fire with dragons, it's not just epic, it's goosebumps worthy. Arya, the tomboy who refuses to fit the mold. Sansa, dreaming of fairy tales but waking up in a nightmare. Jon Snow, brooding his way into our hearts. And Cersei? Well, let's just say she'd win Worst Mom of the Year 10 years in a row. Season 1 isn't your usual fantasy. There are no chosen ones, no guaranteed happy endings. Instead, it shows us politics, betrayal, and the ugly side of power. Loyalty can get you killed, trust is dangerous, and family dinners usually end badly. And of course, the show's most shocking move, killing Ned Stark. Imagine watching 9 episodes thinking he's the hero, only for the writers to say, nope, off with his head. That was the moment viewers realized this isn't a safe story. Anyone can die. The production value was insane. The Wall looked colder than my ex's heart. The Dothraki Sea looked endless. And King's Landing? A paradise. If paradise came with betrayal and poison wine. And let's not forget that opening credits map. Admit it, you never skipped it. The music, the gears, the cities rising. It was like a geography lesson, but way cooler. This season is a roller coaster. Jaime pushing Bran out the window, shocking. Drogo and Daenerys' evolving relationship, powerful. Tyrion slapping Joffrey? Pure satisfaction. Honestly, that slap deserves its own award. But the hardest punch? Ned Stark's death. Watching him kneel, Sansa crying, Arya hiding. It broke us. And then, just when you thought you'd recover, Daenerys walked into the fire and came out with 3 baby dragons. That wasn't just a cliffhanger. It was a mic drop. Game of Thrones Season 1 wasn't just good TV. It was revolutionary. It gave us layered characters, brutal honesty, shocking betrayals, and a world so real, it felt like history. It set a bar so high, most shows are still trying to reach it. Years later, we still remember the lessons. Never trust a Lannister. Honor can be deadly. And if someone says, winter is coming, believe them. Season 1 wasn't just the start of a story. It was the start of a phenomenon. So tell me, what was your favorite Season 1 moment? Was it Jon Snow finding his place at the Wall? Tyrion's witty comebacks? Or the jaw-dropping finale with dragons? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this trip back to Westeros, like, share and subscribe, because trust me, the night is dark and full of more reviews.